everyone, welcome back. This is Callaway. Review here of Batman and the Outsiders number 12. Excited about this video, even though it's just a comic book review, but it's a milestone video for me. This is video number 50 for the channel. So let's hope I'm much better at this than I was at video 1. We'll see how we go. But I did want to do something a bit more interesting and fun for a 50th video, but there's not much really to talk about at the moment, and I figure what's more fitting for a milestone video than a comic book review for a comic book channel. So let's get into it. This one's a couple of weeks old, this book, but it's Batman and the Outsiders, written by Bryan Hill. This is probably one of the only really good books that I enjoy at DC. Tomasi's Detective Comics is really good. But I was reading this one from start to finish. I got number 1 of this, so I keep going. It's this whole this is spoiler stuff. If you haven't read this, go and read the books and then come back. But this whole 12-issue run so far has been about Batman and the Outsiders and a girl named Sophia that Batman saved her parents. Tried to save her parents back in the day, and from being like lab rat guinea pigs for science. And recently, before book 1, this Sophia's dad died in a car accident. They were ambushed by a guy named Ishmael, which is one of Ra's al Ghul's henchmen, men, if you want to call it, and they attacked and killed Sophia's father, and that was all the family she had left. So Batman then sent outsiders to track her down and bring her back to Gotham. So Sophia, her powers are when she gets more angry and frightened, she gets more powerful. The more pain she feels, the more strong she is. So Batman tried to get her back before Ra's al Ghul could find her. She ended up getting captured by Ra's al Ghul, and Ra's al Ghul with his mind-twisting ways, tried to recruit her to join him, but she eventually left him and went back to Batman. Or the Outsiders found her, and she's now part of Batman and the Outsiders. And now they're going after Ra's al Ghul, who has come into the hands of some technology from another planet or another universe somewhere that he plans to level cities and destroy cities and stuff. And we'll get into it. So, this poor old Oliver Queen going to be destroyed by Brian Michael Bendis, sorry, got that backwards. So he's going to get destroyed. So we start off. So this is Sophia. This is the young girl that Batman has saved. She doesn't have a name yet. She's just Sophia at the moment. So Batman starts off. He's at his mum and dad's gravesite, and he's talking, and he wants to believe that they can hear him, but he's not sure that they can. And we get Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, comes in to talk, and he says, "I can leave," and he's like, "No, you come here to say something, so say it." And in the previous books, Ra's al Ghul killed a close friend of Jefferson's from the school. So Jefferson went with Lady Shiva to kill Ra's and kill the men, and he done it behind Batman's back, or at least he thought he did. And this is where he says, "You knew I was with Shiva, didn't you?" And Batman said, "I did." And he says, "And you let me go even though you knew I wanted to kill that man?" And he says, "I will react to a choice a friend makes. I have no right to keep him from making that choice. I'm not what some people think I am." Really love that line. So in the previous books, we all thought Batman didn't know, but Batman, he knows everything. Comicsology is so terrible. The only reason I buy these books on Comicsology is so I can do reviews. Normally I do. Normally, if I get a digital book, I buy it straight from the app store on my iPad. But then I can't do reviews. Whereas if I buy from Comicsology, I can buy from the app. I mean, buy from the computer, and then I can read it on my app and do the review on this. This is ridiculous. Okay, well, it doesn't want to show that page. So this is just a fight scene between Shiva and her daughter, orphan they call her, and so this is actually this is a nice page. I like this one. This is where we got Katana here talking about Batman's parents with a photo on the wall and stuff, and talking the deaths and stuff, and then um, Jefferson here says children with $1 billion never have to hear the word no, and then they never have to grow up. That was pretty good. But then we get this nice scene here where Jefferson's has developed feelings for Katana, and she knows because every time he talks to her, she can see that his eyes change. Oh, that was a really nice line. How long are you going to wait to tell me why your eyes change when you look at me? And he's like, Tatsu, let me respect what is. Let my feelings be my own. I thought that was a really nice page, that one. And she says, I carry my husband with me at all times, and I always will because of it. In death I will join him, but I am not dead. And she says, I'm not frightened by what you feel, Jefferson. And he says, but I am. I'd like not to speak about this again, please. And she says, no, you'd like to know what I'll say if we do. I want you to have the courage to ask me. So then he walks away and he says, I'm not a coward, Tatsu, but I'm proving that by walking away. Oh, I really like them 2 pages. And so we skip ahead. I can't show all these, but I probably showed too many already. So we skip ahead and they've gone into the desert and they found this like spaceship in the middle of the desert. It kind of reminded me of the flashback scene in Batman vs Superman from Zack Snyder, that sort of scene, because they're on they're on horses and they're on the horses and um, yeah, this page here. So they're like this scene here. It kind of reminded me of Batman and stuff, but yeah, that actually looks like Ra's al Ghul. That's Ra's al Ghul actually. That's not Batman. Sorry guys, I was a bit mixed up there. So they get into their spaceship and they find Caliber. He's been dead. So this is the guy from the future that Batman sent to try and get Sophia back from Ra's at the start of this 12-issue run. And he ended up joining Ra's al Ghul because, Ra's al Ghul mercenaries, they pay well. They go where the money is. And now Ra's al Ghul is cleaning house. And he's cleaning house, so he's going to take over the world on his own. So then Batman hears somebody and they hear this guy. The chain has broken. Nothing can stop the evolution of the world. Where is Ra's al Ghul? He knew you were coming. He wanted me to wait. He told me to tell you that you have stopped nothing. And then he drops this little thing. And then we get Ra's al Ghul out of their little, what do you want to call this? A virtual, I don't know, whatever you want to call that. And he's talking to Lady Shiva. And he says, the technology in this spaceship they found, he said, would you believe Markovian's criminals sought to keep what this ship held, its greatest power, from the will of one strong enough to use it. You're standing in the craft of a long dead civilization that came here to punish the world. So now Raz is going to use that technology to punish the world. And he goes here, and this is a little village that that Lady Shiva grew up in. It was a village of assassins, and it's now been turned into, in modern times, it's just a little village in China of farmers. And this, you can see Raz here with this little ball sphere thing. This is obviously the technology he's talking about. And he's destroyed the village where Lady Shiva grew up with this technology. And so he's doing this to hurt Shiva. and you can see he's exploded it. He's exploded the city, or the little village, sorry, and he says, this is what Ra's al Ghul's saying here to Batman in this bottom left panel. You chased my pawns and lost the match. I will spread my terror to your Gotham, to Metropolis, to anywhere I choose. But you can't stop me. Disband your outsiders. Give me Duke Thomas, Sophia Ramos, Cassandra Cain, and tell the schoolteacher to kill Lady Shiva for me. If you don't, more cities shall fall, and the blood will be on your hands. Man, Ra's al Ghul is so evil. Bryan Hill has been killing this book, and I mean killing it in a good way. Like he is, it's been one of the most solid books in the DC latest modern runs. It's so good. And Batman's like, no, Shiva, and you can see her crying. She's like, they were just farmers. And then Batman said, I'm sorry, and then he's punched the wall. And then these two panels here give me chills, and I read it. It was actually quite good to read. He says, Batman, it's not over. Now we reset the board. That line there, now we reset the board, give me chills. And yeah, and we reset the board and we win the next match. Man, talk about a book. We all know the problems of the mainstream industry lately, but Bryan Hill is he's definitely one of the best writers out at the moment. One of the top writers. His stuff at DC is really good. This Batman and the Outsiders, really, really good. So that's the end of it, of issue 12. It's probably the only mainstream book that I'm actually looking forward to reading. By far better than the X-Men and anything Marvel's doing or anything else that DC's doing. So yeah, I recommend this book. It was really good. If you haven't read the first 11 issues, definitely check them. Check them out. They are good. It dipped for a few issues there around issue 3, 4, 5. It dipped a little bit in quality, but like I don't mean it was bad. I mean it just sort of just dragged on a little bit. But yeah, it was really, really good. So it's been really good. Check it out. If you want another really good mini series to check out of Bryan Edward Hill's, check out his Killmonger mini series. I think it was 2019. I think it came out end of 2018 maybe, but I think it was 2019. It was like a 5-issue mini series of Killmonger. It was so good. It was awesome. But yeah, definitely check out Batman and the Outside. It's really good. That's the video, guys. I hope you like it. This is my 50th video. Hopefully I'm better now, a bit better now than I was 50 videos ago. But yeah, that's it. This video went a bit longer than I thought it would, but thanks for watching, guys. Hit the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, help me get my channel out there, try and get that YouTube algorithm going to help me out a little bit, and try and get some more subscribers. That's it, guys. Thanks. See you next time.